Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. UDA brigades, together with their leader, William Ruto, they are seriously shocked and are continuing to be shocked. When Raila Odinga declared his interest towards this chairmanship of African Union Commission, these UDA brigades walikuja wakaonekana ni kana kwamba without them, no one understands Raila Odinga in Africa. Hakuna mtu anamjua na hakuna mtu anamuelewa. In other words, according to the press briefings we got from UDA brigades and KK regime, wanaonyesha ni kana kwamba kama si hao, atuwaseme tu sawa, we have a candidate, wacha Raila jikampeni. In fact, let me tell you, Raila Odinga can campaign for himself as long as his country is supporting him, is supporting his bid, and the president is also seconding his name. Then, Raila Odinga is also having an effort. So, this man that we were told the other time, the Jakaya Kikwete, was going to declare his candidature as the next chairperson of African Union Commission. I saw photos circulating in social media, and this was posted by ODM party. And they said, the caption says, with other African leaders and statesmen at the funeral of His Excellency President Hage Geingob at Independence Stadium, Windhoek, Namibia. And Raila Odinga met several leaders there, including presidents, and they have even meetings. So one thing that William Ruto and UDA must understand is that Raila Odinga is also well known in Africa. You should not portray Raila Odinga as someone who, if William Ruto is not going to campaign for him, then he's going to fail. In other words, this is a unity work that we need to support each other. The president to support Raila Odinga, and Raila Odinga also is having connections. So UDA must stop this.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, fellow Kenyans, I have invited you to a moment of national introspection. Kenya continues to carve a distinct place on the community of nations. On the regional level, continental level, and globally, we continue to make unequivocal statements of democracy. Our politics is robust and cherished the world over as one of the most desired, liberal, and inspiring. It is for this reason that we, the UDA party, is pleased to appreciate the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga's decision to seek the chairmanship of the African Union Commission. The Right Honorable Raila Odinga is undoubtedly an African luminary of unmatched capability. We join many across the continent in restating that Honorable Odinga deserves the AU Commission chairmanship given his distinguished accolades and contribution to the socio-political landscape of the East Africa region and the continent as a whole. As a veteran politician, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga will immensely contribute to the development and unity of the African Union. He has vast experience and has distinguished himself as a true Pan-African statesman. When Africa was embroiled in liberation fights against imperialism, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was there. When Africa was going through a period of African dictatorship, Honorable Raila Odinga was there. When Africa was struggling in the turmoil of neo-colonialism, it was Raila, among other distinguished leaders of Africa, who came out to speak of these ills. He measures up to the African greatest, as one of the African greatest sons. Raila was on the forefront of the greatest leaders who have championed the entrenchment of the tenets of democracy and the rule of law in Kenya.
So now, as Kenyans, bigger percentage of Kenyans are praying for Raila Odinga to win that seat. But again, there's something that you or some individuals in Kenya, they don't understand. Remember, the election of African Union Commission is not the same as the election we always conduct in the Republic of Kenya. This election, number one, those who are going mainly to vote, they are presidents of Africa. Mainly, percentage of them, all percentage of African president, they must vote for the new chairperson of African Union Commission and maybe others. But now, those who are endorsing Raila Odinga and they are Kenyans, Nyanza will not vote for Raila Odinga in African Union Commission. Mount Kenya will not vote for Raila Odinga. Rift Valley or Kenya Kwanza Brigade. The only person who will vote for Raila Odinga in African Union Commission is William Samoei Ruto. Because William Ruto is among those presidents who must vote. And their vote, William Ruto's vote, is so much important. But now, we have several scenarios. Number one, Raila Odinga must, of course, he must make an effort to have massive support in East African bloc. And so, Raila Odinga is having his friend, Samia Suluhu. If any case, Jakaya Kikwete is not going to vie for that seat. We are having a good friend of Samia Suluhu. On the other side, we are having a good friend of Raila Odinga from Congo, Tshisekedi. We are having Yoweri Museveni. I know if there is no candidate they can support, they will vote for Raila Odinga. When look at the West, Raila Odinga is also having his friends there. Central Africa is having his friends. South and North is having friends. So Raila Odinga is a man that at least is having network. And this network possibly will make him at least have something. Remember, earlier on, we had Amina Mohammed running for that seat. Amina Mohammed managed to she got 26 votes against the current chair of African Union Commission, Moussa Faki, who is coming from Chad, and I think Chad is in Central Africa. And Moussa Faki defeated Amina Mohammed with 12 votes. Is there a possibility of Kenya again increasing their votes? Because earlier on, Amina Mohammed, who was the candidate, got 26 against Tshisekedi, who got, or not Tshisekedi, Moussa Faki got 38 votes. So it is clear that if truly Amina Mohammed managed to have 26 votes, what about Raila Odinga? Even if you are rubbishing Raila Odinga, can he get more votes than Amina Mohammed in the last general election? Not general election, in the last African Union Commission chairperson. So this is something that is going to depend on how Raila Odinga is having friends. Raila Odinga is having friends, I'm telling you. He is having friends. He is having friends. And even if the West Africa, they always have their interest to carry the day, the same to Central Africa. I think it could have been a better solution for these people to agree, this diplomatic issue, that let us agree, the East African community, they have never led this African Union Commission. Because I remember, West, they have led, Central, and South Africa, South, have they led the African Union Commission? So at least the discussion that is going to be there is about East African bloc. And can they support their own? And by supporting their own, they must ensure they're not going to have two candidates. On this side, Raila Odinga coming from Kenya, Jakaya Kikwete coming from Tanzania. I think they must come out and resolve that we are settling towards Jakaya or Raila Odinga. And that is why Raila Odinga declared his interest earlier. If Jakaya could have declared, then could have been now a crisis. The same to Raila Odinga has declared, it could have been, it is going to be a bad picture. Again, in East African community, you find that Tanzania is having their candidate, Rwanda, their candidate, the same. So the campaigning as East African bloc, it will be so difficult compared to West African community, Central, South, and North. So this will depend, number one, about the network that Raila Odinga is having, and the same as the network that William Ruto is having. So remember, it is going to be easier for them to join heads together. But for me, let not UDA tell us that now they know Africa than even Raila Odinga. What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.